those playstyles. Well, like one of the issues I feel like with Mevv is like Mevv has had so many insane pop-off performances out of nowhere. He seems to be a little bit inconsistent in terms of his tournament gameplay, in terms of his matchups. So let's see what a consistent teammate like Teoxys is going to be able to do for him. So far, we're jumping right into the first game here. It's going to be on the small fortress of Lions. Bokonko and Tilatii.
Oh, Bokonko!
A pretty good start here, but Mevv and Teoxys are taking it back here a little bit.
That's right. Tilatii right now is just looking for that safe landing. Lil Mevv going to be able to get the side light recovery. That is good damage onto the board. Bokonko right now, he's just target switching. He's looking to who to go in on. The side sig going off the stage is going to keep him nice and safe. Right now, no big team plays quite yet. Teoxys and Lil Mevv, they've set up their respective juggles. Tilatii is now left without a weapon. He's looking for a safe way to be able to land, and then just going to be catching Teoxys in the middle of his end light.
So much stage presence here with the double axe, and you see both Teoxys and Mevv struggling to stay on the ground, playing pretty floaty. They're able to take that stage control though. We're gonna see one knockout off of Teoxys, but Mevv isn't able to close out that offstage. It's gonna be the delayed D-signature, just holding it there for a while, throwing Bokonko off guard. And they have a fairly nice lead here. Might be able to get some extra damage here.
Yeah, but Mevv and Teoxys, they're super deep now. Mevv is now going to be off stage. What's going to be the play? They're both off stage in the same position. The GC side sig, the dissident option, they were not ready for it, but that's already going to be one stock gone. Lil Mevv opting to play it nice and slow. The double interruptions, the counter hits. Not a single one of these headlights are going to finish.
Also, Teoxys using the spear neutral signature in the middle of Mevv using an axe end light was a very nice option to get a much faster conversion there. Now, neutral signature isn't going to connect though. They have a very large lead here. Bokonko and Tilatii having an accumulated almost 260 damage on them.
But you know, it's Telos and it's Ulgrim, so I feel like they're not going to be losing their stocks anytime soon. Tries to go through the double side light, not going to actually come out. The recovery was not enough, but the second one is going to be successful. That is enough just to be able to KO off the top. Tilatii, that downer was so unsafe, just landing right into Little Mev's side sig, and just like that, what went from a pretty even-ish... Whoa, hold on a second.
Hold on. Still doable. Bokonko and Tilatii, don't count them out just yet. The neutral signature is devastating for Mevv, and it's almost a knockout. They don't want to go for a commitment on the offstage. They wanted to see if they can find anything on Teoxys instead, allowing Mevv to keep the stock here. He's damaged. This is a gauntlet player that's not afraid to lose their stock.
Okay.
Those are very scary.
Oh, Bokonko! He wasn't able to finish it off. The side sig wasn't able to connect, but the recovery connected. The GC side sig, jump recovery. Tilatii is a monster. What was that combo off stage? All of a sudden, it is a lead for the red team. What happened?
Massive comeback here in the first game. Bokonko and Tilatii looking to close out the final knockout here onto Mevv. He picks up those gauntlets, and it's definitely still doable. The double neutralizer are going to come out, so they're not able to close out the stock just yet, and Mevv is definitely still looking to fight until the very last moment here. Staying very, very patient, trying to bait out any mistakes here, any whiffs.
But it's going to be so difficult when it's a 1v2. The interruption with the D-Light was amazing. Bokonko going to be able to swat him away with the second one, the recovery. Tilatii and Bokonko with an incredible comeback. Everybody in chat, wake up. You got to wake up. We have to see that off-stage stock one more time. How often do you see Ulgrim go for the GC side sig into recovery like that? That was absolutely crazy. Wake up. Take a look at what's happening. All of a sudden, Little Mevv and Teoxys are down a game in this set. This could be huge for them. GC side sig, chase dodge, recovery. Just the very last hit of the recovery was able to connect. That was incredible.
He knew the recovery
was so
coming.
good.
Yeah, he knew a recovery or a jump was coming from the opposition there. So very nice read. Definitely going for high risk, high reward gameplay there. Tilatii and Bokonko with a massive comeback in the first game. I also got to mention, Mevv was playing super patiently and super well in the 1v2, but Tilatii and Bokonko were also looking very, very crisp. So I have a lot of faith in Tilatii and Bokonko's 2v1s moving forward. I don't really think they're going to throw with those, which is a very, very important aspect of 2v2 as well.
This is amazing. They could be making a pretty good upset here. But we'll see what Teoxys and Lil Mevv have to offer us. Just getting that 3-piece, that was a lot of damage. Lil Mevv, he's trying to go in on Tilatii. He's able to get the pick up on the sider. Bokonko going up as well. Hits are being exchanged. Right now, Lil Mevv is looking the healthiest across the board, but he has put himself off stage. That's one end light. That's a hammer and an axe that you have to get back onto stage against. Side light neutral. Tries to go through the jump delay ground pound, but it was not successful. Bokonko and Tilatii are controlling the pace of the game.
They're definitely controlling the pace of the game. They're controlling the stage of the game thus far as well. Teoxys and Mevv, yet again, especially when they're on those gauntlets, they find themselves stuck in the air. And I mean, landing on gauntlets can be a little bit tricky, and fighting against Olgrim Teros does not make that easier.
Oh my gosh, and just
start.
like that is now a massive lead. Bokonko and Tilatii going to be taking out both little Mevv and Teoxys. I thought Mevv was going to live a little bit longer because his knockback got interrupted by the weapon throw, but he was still able to lose his stock off the top. Sidelight
Tilatii! What was that?
His
what
brain
was
is
that?
so big.
Dude,
that was neuron activation.
Dude, I saw that. You saw that. Every Axe main sees that, and it just gives them pure dopamine. Tilatii with some beautiful target swatches.
Do you know how much restraint that takes? When an Axe main hits Sidelight, all they want to do is Sidelight neutrality. But you know what? He pulled back. He fought against his instincts, and he went, wait a second, I can Sidelight behind me. And he did that, and he did that beautifully well. It's such a small thing, but it was amazing. And now the lead is piling on the combo. Little Mevv going to be stuck in between them. Are they going to be able to get the setup here? Not quite. Teoxys is going to be coming to Little Mevv's rescue, but the blue team is behind Polly, and Little Mevv is taking some serious damage.
Yeah, Mevv is definitely taking some serious damage here. Tilatii and Bokonko, we said it at the start of the game, they're just in control this time around. Yet again, with the amount of presence that they're able to take with these weapons, I mean, Teoxys and Mevv are just struggling to get a footing here.
Okay, Bokonko, you saw, he went out there just to be able to threaten Little Mevv. He saw Teoxys running in on him. The D-Sig is able to come out. It was the unfortunate friendly fire, and that is a double knockout. Now, the game is just about even, but Teoxys is in a very scary position at the moment. Nuclear, GC, D-like, ground pound, that's a lot of damage. Just about anything can KO him. They want that stomp, they want that Sally, they want that landsider, they want the recovery. Anything can take him out at this point.
Neutral light comes out. Bokonko trying to get that Sair follow-up, but he wasn't able to find it. Juicy sidelight. Mevv is able to get something on this landing. He tried to catch it, but Bokonko able to drift in a way where Mevv couldn't catch it. Teoxys knocked down now. It's a 1v2. It's Mevv again for the 1v2. It was looking close last time around, but Bokonko and Tilatii's game is just a little bit too clean in situations like these.
Yeah, the interruptions are just too solid, too tight, too consistent. GG, go next. That is now Bokonko and Tilatii with a 2-game lead up against Lil Mevv and Teoxys. That game one was pretty close. It was off of like that really crazy offstage stock. This time around, they looked a bit dominant, Polly. Their combos, their consistency, their target switching. Both of them, by the way. It wasn't just Tilatii in that one moment, but Tilatii and Bokonko both, that's that two's brain. They're not finishing their combos, they're not following up fully, because they're always aware of the other enemy right next to them. So they're just ready to just stop whatever they're doing and immediately reposition. And those slight optimizations, Polly, means that they avoid getting interrupted in their own combos. That means that they're able to just really push their advantage state, and that the blue team is just not able to match their damage output.
They're playing so incredibly well right now, and they are on the verge of getting their first top 8 right now in 3-0 fashion, unless Teoxys and Mevv are able to shut them down. I want to say very, very briefly too, just like Bokonko,
the offstage!
Oh, the offstage!
Bokonko! He had the double ground pound. It wasn't enough knockback to really put him in a scary position, and now Tilatii has to find a way to be able to land, and he does end up landing safely. The blue team is behind in damage again. Teoxys is down into the red.
This is a great start for Bokonko and Tilatii. Definitely on the winning end after that offstage scramble that we saw. Bokonko able to get that knockout too. Mevv is chasing in the air. He's gonna get back to the ground, trying to throw out some aerials here. Teoxys is struggling to land. I feel like they're targeting Teoxys a little bit potentially.
Bokonko, he comes in, he's able to save his teammate, but nice little 2-piece combo there, nicely done with the recovery pickup. The friendly fire, unfortunate. Tilatii is going to be able to land aggressively. He gets a downer. He's going out there for the ground pound as well.
Nice weapon throw.
The weapon toss. That should be enough to take out the stock.
Very, very nice weapon throw used there. That's Bokonko going for something massive in the air there. Teoxys able to slither out of that combo though. Bokonko's going to pick up a hammer now instead. Stomp Sair comes out,
giving them some space. Okay, that's another stock gone. Lil Mevv, he's trying to go in on Tilatii. He's running off stage. He's saying, teammate, help! Please, help me! I can't do this alone. Teoxys, he's not going to eat the stomp sidelight. The stomp, it connected up a little bit too high, and so it didn't end up comboing.
Teoxys is going to have to play so carefully now. The stomp almost connected. That one is going to work on Mevv. That's both of them down on their final stock. Bokonko and Tilatii are 2 stocks away from getting their first top 8 with a 3-0 right now. Side signature comes out. Tilatii almost getting sent out.
Okay, he's going all the way up top. Teoxys is going to be able to fight back, landing aggressively on his way down. Tries to go for the down air, so it's not going to connect this time around. Tilatii tries to swoop in with a sidelight. He finds himself deep off stage. Is he going to be able to make it back on? It's not a good position to be in.
They need a team combo.
That endlight, and now
they need a team combo right now.
They need a team combo.
Oh, they find it! Oh, they get him. They're not able to fully close it out. 74 damage. That's still very important. It's still definitely doable. One sidelight there comes out, adding some extra damage, and they're making things happen. They're chipping away right now in neutral, Dara. Bokonko and Tilatii with an accumulated almost 170 damage here, but Teoxys and Mevv, they're gonna have to play so carefully.
But it's Ulgrim and Telos. You know the KO potential. All they need is that stomp still, and Bokonko right now, he's looking for it. He's stomping Mevv with the GC Endlight. Bokonko is out of the game. Tilatii. Okay, this is your chance to make an amazing comeback, or for little Mevv and Teoxys to be able to get a game in. Down a double chase dodge in. He's trying to break up the formation.
That Sair is crazy. Sair comes out from Mevv instead now, though.
The weapon toss. Oh no!
Sair comes out.
Teoxys.
It's almost enough to get the knockout. It's doable. I don't know what's going on, Dara.
Oh my gosh, the Endlight.
Oh,
Endlight, Ensig, that is going to be a Tilatii. He almost fully took advantage of the friendly fire. Polly, that one weapon throw almost messed up the entirety of Blue Team's formation, but they're able to lock in. They had the 2v1 combo. They were able to pull it out at the end, and now they got a game on the board. But that could have been a critical, fatal error, Polly. That could have been so bad so quickly, and so... You know, they're able to just take a breath now. They're not out of the woods yet, but they have a game on the board.
Yeah, I feel like Mevv and Teoxys were this close to making a terrible mistake and throwing that game, but they're able to clutch it out just in the very, very end. And we are going to see some more games here. Bokonko and Tilatii are going to lose one game. Let's see if they're unfazed.
Yeah, and they did that from a comeback as well, by the way. They just made themselves unhittable. Bokonko, he ended up eating so much damage, Polly. It wasn't even the fact that the first 2v1 combo that they got while Tilatii was respawning. It was just the amount of damage that they were able to put on. Right? That's how they were able to get that lead, steal back that lead to begin with. So we're going back to Miami Dome. Let's see how it goes this time around. Little Mevv and Teoxys, they might be warming up now.
Oh, this is massive. This is massive, and they get the signature too. That's both of them almost down to their second stock. Teoxys goes for a big commitment. Don't get too greedy now. You've got yourselves a wonderful lead.
Ooh.
Let's try and stay respectful in a neutral here, because I feel like if you give Tilatii and Bokonko an inch, they're gonna take them out. You can't disrespect them in neutral, I don't think. You're gonna have to still play this relatively safely.
But they're not able to set up these 2v1s in between the respawns very effectively. Bokonko, he's able to get the Sair, he's able to get another one. He's trying to split up Teoxys and little Mevv. Tilatii, is he going to be able to get the edge guard? Yes, he does. He gets the D-Sig. And Teoxys, he is dealing some serious damage onto Tilatii. Bokonko is playing amazing on support right now. He always has Tilatii's back.
Okay, quick conversion. The Sair attempt, dude. Bokonko's ability to go for follow-ups and like improvised conversions is honestly insane. I mean, I feel like Bokonko's ability to go for follow-ups is most certainly top 8 material.
That's right, but look at the position that Tilatii is in. He has to make it back onto stage against Gauntlets. Tries to go for the fully charged D-Sig. Now, Teoxys thought that little Mevv would have his back. That's why Tilatii didn't go for the immediate follow-up after he hit the sidelight. He wanted to go for the weight. Ooh. The Sair connecting is huge. He's sweating. Bokonko ends up getting interrupted by the weapon toss. The jump recovery back on. Little Mevv is desperate to be able to get back onto the stage, but no combo. That is still going to be Bokonko on his last stock.
Find an important knockout. The second one comes out. Bokonko's gonna have to be careful here not to get stuck in a 1v2 combo. Mevv and Teoxys have gotten themselves a very nice lead here, maintaining the lead that they got from the very first team combo that we saw in the set. Let's see if Tilatii and Bokonko are gonna be able to make it back. I feel like they have been getting closer for every single interaction here at Armgar. I feel like they're catching up.
What was that combo? That was ridiculous. And then sliding off of the end line as well. They were able to get the stock off of that. That was so clean. That was so clean. Mevv is at, you know, a good amount of damage at this point. It is a miracle that is still hanging on to the stock.
Oh, this is massive.
Is gonna be able to close it out. That is so much damage.
All the way, yeah.
That is so
100
much damage.
100 damage. Tilatii popping off on this axe still. Let's see if Bokonko is going to be able to finish some of these stocks off with that hammer a little bit later. That's Teoxys almost going down.
Okay. Oh my gosh, every single 2-piece turns into a 3-piece. Their damage output is so difficult to be able to match. Little Mevv was looking for the jump call out. He wasn't able to get it. He eats the cell, but Bokonko is still in the game. The aggressive recovery swats away Teoxys. He's able to pick up a weapon, but Little Mevv weapon guards. He covers it with the cell, and now Tilatii, he has to fight this 1v2 again. I don't know if he can do it.
Ser comes out, weapon throw isn't gonna connect. Second one won't do it either. Nice GC D-Light. Thread him with a hitbox. Able to avoid both attacks fairly well, but the neutralite, it's not going to be enough. One weapon throw. Mevv is are we gonna see the second one? It's gonna be the neutralite, and that's going to be it. We're going to game 5 right now. They are making them work for their first top 8, dude. They are gatekeeping them right now.
And these games are so close, Polly. It is so difficult to actually say who has the definitive lead over the other. I think right now, Teoxys and Little Mevv are a little bit more consistent, especially in the edge guards and especially with finding some KOs. But the fact that Tilatii and Bokonko, they cover each other's backs. They're ready to target switch. They're able to find a lot of improvised combos and a lot of improvised follow-ups. But I do feel like sometimes they're very hungry for the KO. There's like a couple of moments where like Bokonko, you know, he's like stomping, he's looking for the D-Light, and Little Mevv is baiting it, especially when he's on Axe. He's like floating down slowly, baiting the stomp, and then going for like a GC N-Light or something. Right now, Bokonko and Tilatii, they need to solve the closing issue, right? They need to be able to figure out how to not be as hungry for it, how to be a little bit more ambiguous with it. But right now, Polly, this is anybody's set to take. I don't know who's gonna do it. This is game 5 to get into top 8.
I've gotta say also, like, looking at how close the last stock was, you can also just go like ooga booga, don't get team comboed and win. Literally, just do the same thing you just did, but don't get team comboed. They lost 2 fresh stocks out of nowhere. So let's see what we're able to do here. Ser comes out to Teoxys with a great gauntlet string there.
Okay, the side sig, it's going to be able to come through. Little Mevv, he took so much damage. He's put into the corner. Tilatii is just not letting him help out as Bokonko is just able to solo Teoxys for free. The side sig, though, the haymaker comes through. Little Mevv, he's going to be able to make it back on. The nice combo, like the weapon throw to be able to extend, but no follow-up.
Let's see. Tilatii trying to connect a neutral signature there. Weapon throw. It's going to interrupt Mevv. Charging up his side signatures. He's gonna do the second one. Hitting on Tilatii though.
They need a close. They want it so badly, but they're not gonna be able to find it yet. Tilatii is now the one that is off stage. Bokonko, he wants that neutral so badly. And light into the side sig was such a good follow-up. Teoxys gonna be eating a sailor. He's off stage. Tilatii's gonna be going out there.
Okay, let's see what they're able to do here. Recovery is gonna come out, and that's
Bokonko.
now both Bokonko and Tilatii on their second stock. Bokonko might get knocked out here. Teoxys goes for the commitment. GC sideline. Is Bokonko gonna be able to get back? Yes, he will. They get a combo to Mevv too on their way back. This is still doable for either team.
On his way back from coming. On his way back to the stage is amazing. And like gonna be able to the D-Sig hitting both of them stacked instead of going for anything else. He went for the D-Sig. That was the best possible option. Teoxys, he wants that stock on Bokonko so badly. Little Mevv is on his last stock, Polly. They have the lead. The red team has the lead again.
I don't know how they keep doing it. I don't know how they keep getting away with it, Dara. Tilatii popping off right now.
Teoxys.
Oh, what is that? What is that? Early knockout. Teoxys down on their last stock. Tilatii now only play with 2 stocks left to their name. Mevv needed to get something off stage there, but he wasn't able to find it.
Okay, this is looking very scary for the blue team now. Let's
Bokonko,
see what's going to happen here. We have seen them make the comeback. We have seen them clutch this up.
Let's see. Ser comes out. Tilatii whiffing that neutralite. NC is gonna hit Mevv.
Bokonko's just threatening above.
Dude,
he's baiting the recovery and he was able to get the cell. The blue team is all split up, but Tilatii's in a nasty position off stage. Teoxys not going to be able to get the double down here. Bokonko going for a weapon throw, picking up the hammer. Tilatii has to be able to make it back on, and he does. He's still on 2 stocks.
Tilatii playing incredibly well right now. The side signature isn't going to knock out either. Mevv trying to go for something. Bokonko not able to get the reversal though. Charging up the side signature. That's going to be a knockout. Mevv not going down, and Teoxys is able to get the counter hit. That's a 2v1 now. It's still doable. But we see the first knockout. Tilatii is in a 1v1 now instead. It's just 1 or 2 hits. The Ser comes out. He's thrown off stage. Is he going to be able to find it? Teoxys just barely able to get back up to the wall.
He's playing it safe. He doesn't want to get cheesed. Tilatii wants this bad. He's going to be opting for the lance. He needs a cider. He needs a recovery. He needs just about anything. He's going to be tossing away the lance. He definitely wants to go Axe up against Gauntlets. It can be a pretty favorable matchup, but he's a little too hungry for this KO right now. He wasn't able to get the punish on the recovery. Teoxys, you need a big combo. You need a big dodge call out at this point. He tries to go for the cross-up. He wasn't able to get it. That's it!
The Seer comes out, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Bokonko and Tilatii are gonna get their first top 8 in 2v2. I double-checked. I'm pretty sure it's their first top 8 period. I think, yeah, neither of them have gone on a top 8 in once either, so massive congratulations. And I mean, they really, really deserved it, man.